Hi betting experts, on Friday, May the 12th, the third day and final day of the Chester May meeting, the ground easier side of good at the time of recording, a really competitive and interesting card again. We start off with our betting expert daily nap in the 3:45. This is the Boodles Darling Maiden Stakes, 1 mile, 4 furlongs and 63 yards, a class 2 for 3-year-olds only, over £20,000 to the winner, so some interesting runners from the bigger stables, and I like the experience of Chronograph of Hugo Palmer. Now, Hugo Palmer has begun to hit form in the last few days. His horses have been running particularly well. This one has run 3 times so far, starting off in January, all on the all-weather, at Wolverhampton twice and at Lingfield. And to be truthful, he's looked a real galloper who's just been short of pace around those sharp tracks on an artificial surface. Last time out at Lingfield, he was quite well backed. He finished a creditable 2.5 lengths third behind Irma Sind, driven to try and lead but taken on throughout and headed entering the final furlong, just looking a stayer, unable to quicken sensibly. He stepped up to 1 mile 4 here. Harry Davis has been booked, which is an excellent booking. He's up for the first time, replacing Rab Havlin. I think it's the increased test of stamina that's going to bring about some improvement in Chronograph. He's been off for 98 days, but I shouldn't worry about that. He's bound to be fully fit and ready. I think they've had this meeting as the target and waited for this valuable prize for him to try and shed his maiden tag. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 2:05. This is the Precision Facades handicap, 1 mile, 2 furlongs and 70 yards, a class 2 for 4-year-olds and upwards. Again, excellent prize money, over £20,000 to the winner, and I think this is a really good opportunity for Max Sud to make a winning return. Now, Hughie Morrison really flying along at the moment. He hasn't got quite as many horses as he used to have, mainly on the flat. 3 winners from 10 runners, 30% strike rate. He's taken the trouble to book Jason Hart for the first time on this unexposed 4-year-old, which I think is significant. One of the better jockeys in the weighing room, Jason Hart. Max Sud, 6 runs last season as a 3-year-old, winning once. The win came on his debut at Windsor. It was a bit of a surprise. He was then highly tried afterwards, which often happens when a horse wins first time out. It's obviously not ideal. You basically shop their handicap mark initially and have to have a few runs to find their level. He ran in listed company at Goodwood on soft ground behind Lionel and ran a screamer. So if it gets deep here, that's a big plus. Then to Ascot, where he found the ground too firm. 3 really solid runs in handicap and listed company on his last couple of starts. Goodwood running a blinder, and at Windsor, back at Windsor in listed competition, beaten 6.5 lengths by Cresta. His final run of the season, probably 1 run too many in the first time hood. That was off a mark of 102. He's been dropped a pound. I think the key is he's dropping back in trip here. Those runs are over 1 mile 4. He's a proven stayer. I think he's going to get a positive ride from Jason Hart, and I think he's a handicapper well worth following this season. Best of luck on Friday, betting experts, and please remember to like and comment on all of our YouTube videos.